Libra, Happy New Year. This is a general tarot reading for Libra Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign. Libra, the last 2.5 years have been crazy. It's been such mental pressure for you, stress, because Saturn spent 2.5 years in your third house of communications and networking and all of that type of stuff. He kind of forced you to have a complete rethink about how you communicate your ideas to the greater world. So you may have learned how to use social media better. You may have begun taking classes in writing, in studying some new trade or skill to do with the whole media communications profession. And it was also a lot of pressure on your mind, third house, the active mind, constantly thinking, constantly having new ideas and trying to project them out there and share them with people. So it's been wild, so I can understand now, Libra, if you're at home after Christmas with your phone switched off, your laptop slapped down, and you just say, nobody talk to me, nobody even say a word to me for the next few days, because my brain is just, it's just switched off, baby. And so it should be. The third house for the last 2.5 years gave you a lot of focus on how you communicate with your siblings. Perhaps they were far away, they weren't close to you, maybe emotionally not close to you, maybe they... Ooh, we have a bunch of cards. I was wondering when the first card will pop up. And now, we have a whole lot of them. But they've just fallen on the floor. Libra, thanks for that. I'm just going to go and get them. Okay, what have we got here? We have your first card, the Ace of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords. There's been a lot of stuff going on for you. I know we said there was mental pressure for you in the last 2.5 years, but with these cards, I think we need to find a new description for mental pressure. We need to call it something else. We need to call it madness, mentalness. That's what it was like for you the last 2.5 years. Madness. Death. No panic, Libra. It's not what you think it is. We're going to talk about this as we shuffle more cards and keep going. So, Saturn has now left your third house. He did that at Christmas. He decided to put on his jacket and get moving into your fourth house. And that is the house of home, foundation, security within the home, childhood experiences. So perhaps for many of you Libras, you'll want to restructure your home so that it's more beneficial for you in your future. Maybe some of you might even be moving home, because this would be exactly the time in the next 2.5 years to be strongly reconsidering where you're living and what that means to you. And it could also, for some of you, mean creating a happier environment for those of you who do have children. Maybe you want to spend more time feeding their childhood memories, because this is going to be a period in the next 2.5 years where you start looking back on your own childhood too and asking questions like, how has my childhood affected my future? And again, for those who have children, how have the lessons that I learned from my childhood impacted my own kids? So that's going to be big for you for the next 2.5 years. So January 1st, we're making New Year's resolutions. We're doing all of that stuff, saying, now, well, this year I promise I'm going to be this, and this. Another card. Nice card, the Ten of Cups. You have a full moon on the 1st of January, you have a full moon in your 10th house. And that'll be making you ask questions or shining a big, big light on how you present yourself to the world, your public image, your reputation. Are you a figure of authority that you can respect? Do you hold your responsibilities well? Can people look at you and admire what you're doing? So maybe you'll say, oh, another card jumping up, the Ace of Cups. I'm seeing a pattern here. You've love cards and you've mental stress cards. Have you been under pressure in love? The 3rd house that you've just left is the Gemini card. Have some of you Libras had a bit of a fallout with the Gemini lover? Don't panic, don't panic. We're going to talk about this, okay? So yeah, the full moon in your 10th house on the 1st of January will ask you to have a bit of a rethink about your public reputation. Is what you're putting out there really authentic? Does it really explain what you're doing and who you are? Because you've had 2.5 years of learning how to communicate well. Now, from the 1st of January, it's asking, well, what exactly are you communicating? Is it real or is it a bunch of bullshit? We need authenticity. I always find that word so hard to say. Authenticity. Authenticity. That's what we've got. Oh, another card jumping out here. The Emperor, the Aries card. Couple of more cards, then we'll begin. We have another one here. The Chariot. Libra, Libra, Libra. It's got to have been tough the last 2.5 years with Saturn in your 3rd house. It's got to have been a lot of strain. 4 of Cups. As I said, it's got to have been a lot of strain. We're pulling a love card out. Communication with your lover, with the people that you love, has that been the big issue? Really? I hope it worked out well. Maybe at Christmas, as Saturn was leaving your 3rd house, perhaps you had that big blowout, the big conversation that really needed to happen, where you said, well, this is how I feel, blah, 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 blah. I hope you fixed that by now. I hope that January isn't, you don't still have that hangover of the maybe kind of explosive conversation you may have had with your lover. The only hangovers we want in January, Libra, are the ones from all that tequila. Yeah. Queen of Wands. One more card. Let's go, Libra. My luscious, luscious Libras. Let's go. One more card. Okay, we have one more card. We have this, the Knight of Pentacles. So, Libra, I'm just going to move these around, organize them, and then what we'll do is we'll move the camera down and see the big picture. I'm very slow at this, I know, I'm sorry. So here we go. Let's move that down. We can see everything okay? I know it's not great. We begin with the Ace of Wands. This card talks about brand new energy for doing the things that you're passionate about. So this is what January is going to bring you, Libra. A brand new push. And here we have essentially the hand of God coming out from the sky and saying, Libra, you've been a bit lazy. You've been a bit slow at telling people what you need when it comes to your passions, when it comes to your desires, your wants, your things that you lust after. Are you feeling lusty, Libra? Well, this is good because January is going to bring that. It's going to bring all that energy so that you can Feel more alive, feel more purpose in your life, and feel more energy to get moving on doing the hard work and doing the things that are going to bring you happiness. But what we have here beside it is the Nine of Swords. This is a lot to do with mental anguish, with feeling so much pressure that you're almost losing sleep, with worry, with so many things going round and round and round in your mind. Look, the universe is giving you this opportunity to start again, to boldly go where no man or woman has gone before. And you're saying, oh yeah, I know, but the pressure of this, the worry, can I do this? And do I, you know, I'm not really a fiery type of person. I like to do things in my own speed, in my own time. I'm afraid of this, because this card talks about fear. And maybe you're waking up in the middle of the night saying, God, there's so much I've got to do, and it's causing me so much pressure. But don't worry, because this is where you need to be going. You will be given the energy to carry out all the things that you need to carry out. And if it is to do with your love life, perhaps the fire has kind of gone down to a little bit of an ember, and maybe that's what's giving you a little bit of torment, a little bit of anguish, because here he is in his bed with his head in his hands, alone. Have you been finding yourself alone when you should have been, let's get it on, woo, let's get it on? And you're saying, I can't get it on, I've too much going on in my frickin' mind. We're going to change that, January, Libra. We're going to change it. And then moving on, what else is happening? Libra, you guys know all about balance. You are the balancing act. Here we go with the scales. You see that there? That's you. Balancing your finances, balancing your value, the things that you possess, the things that you hold dear, the physical things that you hold dear in your life. Now, we did say that Saturn's moving into your 4th house, so it could literally be your home, your possessions, the value of your house. Are you renegotiating your home life in terms of buying a new home, revaluing your house, remortgaging your house? Is this what's giving you the nightmare? Also, in terms of your home life, maybe there's an imbalance to do with money. Are one of you earning more money than the other? Or maybe you're feeling the pinch financially, and this is giving you such a headache. In fact, look at this guy. He's on his face, flat down, and all the knives in his back. It's like, nobody's giving me a frickin' break here. I'll just lie down here and bleed to death with all that big black sky hanging over me. And you're just saying, oh, for fuck's sake, I just want to get the hell out of here. I don't want to have to be worrying about money and my home and new contracts and financial dealings and the imbalances of my income and worrying about my family income. I don't want any of that. I want my new year to begin debt-free without any of this bloody crap, you know? Moving on from that, we've got death. And we've got beside it a beautiful card here, the 10 of Cups. Don't hear alarm bells when you see this card, because death is a really beautiful card. And it's saying, Libra, this is going to be a period where you're going to be letting go of so many things, perhaps even people. You may have to let go of old habits, things that don't serve you anymore. It's time to step into your new world. It's time to step into 2018 and leave the crap behind and accept that what's in the past must stay there and let it die. For some of you, it may actually be about letting go of people who have left your life. They've hurt you, you've gone through a great big grieving process, and it's time now, Libra, January 2018, to pick yourself back up and count your blessings for what you've left behind, but at the same time, let it go. Because when you let all the crap from the past go, all those hang-ups, even the childhood memories that we spoke about earlier, letting the shit from your past go. Once you do that, you're entering into a fairy tale phase of love, a brand new life. I mean, look at this. These guys are absolutely overjoyed with all these cups, the rainbows in their life, and the kids beside them, the whole thing. This is the happy ever after card. But in order to have a happy family life and to feel content in your own personal life, you're really going to have to let go of many of these hang-ups, and also let go of people that just aren't in your life anymore. They're not there, love. They're gone. They're gone. And as sad as that makes you at times, and I'm sorry that it makes you sad, Libra, but to have this happy ever after, you've got to allow this death to happen. What else have we got going on here? So when this death happens, when you let it go and you get your happy ever after, you'll also get the universe coming in again. Look, you've got two cards here that say the universe really wants you. It's opening up. It's coming out with its big hand and saying, Libra, we're not leaving you in the shit on your own here. We've got your back. We're going to give you new energy to start again, new passion to start again. You're going to get your fire back, baby. And you're also going to get a brand new rebirth of love, of that feeling of being in love. You see, the universe doesn't want you to be sad. It doesn't want you to be stuck and stagnant. It doesn't want you to be feeling like nobody loves you. It wants you to have all of these things. And January is going to be the time where the universe starts shouting at you, saying, come on, baby, I've got your back, I'm rooting for you. It's time to fall in love again. It's time to experience love, a rebirth of love like you've never felt it before. It's all about love. And Libra, you guys are all about love. You know love. You know that crazy, wild feeling that you get when you're in love, that you'll jump in and do anything, that you'll start seeing the world in a whole other way. When Libras are in love, the world shines. So we need this, Libra. We need you to be in love. And beside it, we have the Emperor. This is the Aries card. Libra, are you going to be starting a new relationship with an Aries? Or somebody who has their own empire, somebody who has built something from scratch. They have, you could call themselves a self-made person. From nothing, they rose like the phoenix and created this wonderful life for themselves. And you're going to be so inspired by them. And maybe there's a bit of mutual admiration. They're going to bring out that feeling of love again that Libra so needs right now. Aries, that Aries love, because, hey, Aries are fire. And when you light an Aries on fire, the only way a Libra can respond to a fiery Aries is, love, 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 love. That's kind of exciting, isn't it, Libra? What else is going on? Mid-month, mid-January, we've got the Sun and Venus, your ruler, in the 5th house of fun, romance, creativity, expensive tastes in arts and culture. So is your Venus, is the love that you're going to experience that we spoke about here, which is inspired by a very fiery character, possibly in Aries, is that going to bring you this new romance, that new feeling of happiness and brightness in your life? We'll move on here and talk about this. The Chariot. The Chariot is a Cancerian, somebody who has their sun, moon, or rising sign in Cancer. These guys are going to be pulling on your heartstrings a little bit, because when you think of these Cancerians, you'll be kind of looking at them as if they're your past love. Maybe you'll be thinking a lot about them, and maybe you'll be saying, God, there was no love like the love I shared with those people, with the Cancerians. And you're looking back and saying, will I ever be able to love like that again? But here we go. Here's that hand again. Same guy, see? With that big, gigantic hand coming in and saying, stop thinking about the past, Libra. Stop dwelling over the loves of Christmas past, and start realizing that they're gone. They're gone, they're gone, they're gone. We've got something new for you. There's a new resurgence of love, a new love coming for you. For some of you, let's flip this around a bit, it could be a Cancerian. We've got Aries, Cancer. Oh, I mean, of course, Libra is going to have a choice of lovers. Once Libra starts feeling the love again, they're all going to be swarming around like I don't know, like flies around honey. They're just going to be all about you. So you've got Aries, you've got Cancer. These are cardinal signs like you too. Aries, cardinal sign. Cancer, cardinal sign. These guys have got it in the back. These are people in control of their lives, in control of their destiny. And you're going to be very inspired by them. This is also the card here, the Chariot of cars. Maybe you guys have been lucky enough this Christmas to get a new car or a new mode of transport. Meet me. Good for you. At the end of January, we're going to have a lunar eclipse in your 11th house. So you're going to be asking serious questions, Libra, about, do you dream big enough? Are your dreams as wild as they could be? Do you put a limit on your dreams? If you want to have the fairy tale, the happy ever after ending, you're going to have to ask these questions. Am I dreaming big enough? Am I open to the big happy ever after ending? Do you put good energy into your future, into your dreams, and also into your friendships, into your social network? Are you putting enough energy, this card, into building good contacts, building a good network of people around you? And also, have you been neglecting friends? Because you've been so busy over the last 2.5 years, you might have neglected your pals a little bit. So it's time to get back in touch. At the end of January, it's going to be a lot of focus on that. And what's your final outcome? Here we have the Queen of Wands. I guess this is you. There she is, the Queen, full of fiery energy this January. See, the resurgence of fire, passion, energy, lust, and desire. And this is going to be you, baby. You're not going to be awake at nights anymore crying and saying, why don't they love me like I love them? I do so much for them. I put so much energy into all of this. I'm so passionate for them, yet they don't love me. Libra, you don't deserve to be sitting up awake crying about shit like that. Why? Because you are the goddess. You are love. And people need to start sitting up and paying attention to that. They need to start seeing you as this fiery, passionate goddess. So maybe it's time to, I don't know, go find all those clothes that you've hidden away. Sorry, I got cut out there, Libra. I don't know what happened. So it's go find all those glad rags that you used to wear, the ones that made you sexy as hell, the ones you wore when you were hot. Go find them again and be proud. Walk out there like the Libra you are, full of permission from the universe to be the god or goddess of love, backed by the universe with this raw lust and passion. Get out there and shine, baby. Get out there and get rid of all those boring clothes you've been wearing, because that's not you, Libra. You're not a boring person. So get rid of the boring clothes. Rejuvenate your image. We talked about how January the 1st is bringing a full moon in your 10th house, about your image, your reputation, how people see you. Let them see you, baby, as this fiery Libra, the luscious hotness of you. We love it. And to top it all, consider it as an investment in yourself. This isn't about vanity. You guys, Libra, you often get accused of being vain. Don't think of it as vanity, because it's not true. Consider it as an investment. You've got to invest in yourself now. You've been taking care of so many people, so many other people's projects, businesses, other people's finances. It's time to reinvest in yourself. All the pieces of your life have to start coming together again, and they have to have value. People have to see the value of Libra again. They've got to see that you, ruled by Venus of all people, who is value. She's luxury, she's finance, she's money. Show me the money, show me the luxury. I'm worth the world. So start looking like it again, Libra, because you can do that. You can do luxury like nobody else. Maybe Taurus, they're quite good at it too, but you can do that beautiful, luxurious image. No more scrimping, scraping, thinking, oh God, I have to focus on this. I have to focus on you, baby, and that beautiful image that you're going to project out there into the world. Make it authentic, make it real, and communicate that as best you can. Libra, have a wonderful 2018 and come back next month and we'll see what's happening for you for February next time. Please subscribe and share this video if you like it. I'm going to send you a big luscious kiss, because the next time I see you, Libra, you are going to be all that and more. Bam! I love it. See you next time, Libra. Bye.